Hey, soul family. This is your weekly reading for September 30th to October 6th. Let's get started. And welcome to Healing Truth Tarot. My name is Shelley. If you've never been here before, welcome. And if you have, welcome back. All right. We're going to be working with a few decks. Going to take 2 or 3 out of each deck. And we have some oracle cards. So right off the bat, Ace of Wands, beautiful. Ace of Wands fell out of the deck right away. Wands, movement. Aces, fresh. So fresh movement for this coming week. You're pulling out of some of that stagnancy that you've been feeling. Actually, we've been pulling out of it a little bit for the past week, but it's going to start moving a little bit quicker. Still had some of that residual stuff to let go of. And there will be more because we're breathing. But the movement that you've been itching, thank you, Source, thank you, Spirit, thank you, Spirit, same difference. The movement you've been itching to make it's time for that. So take your cues and from your spirit guides, take those opportunities that are maybe offered to you. Take a good look at them before you just say no. Take your intuitions, your hints, and also Spirit says, please take a step forward with the things that you've already started, the seeds you've already planted. They're already showing you progress, but you gotta be open and aware of the little things, because right now stuff is not going to come to you. You know, the seeds that you've sown, they're not going to just sprout up overnight. So take that as it resonates. Whatever things you got going on, move forward. It's time. Don't let that fear hold you back. And that is for somebody. Do not let that fear hold you back. What's the worst that can happen? All right, and now we have the Eight of Swords. So the crows, her messengers, which are directly tied to Source and your spirit guides, are taking the blindfolds and the bindings off of her. So that's where you're at right now. Things are becoming much clearer. It's a beautiful thing, people, because there was a lot of muddled thinking. And some of that was trying to make choices on what you wanted to move forward with. So if you haven't up until now decided the seeds to plant, because you can still plant your seeds, okay? If you haven't planted any seeds, that's fine. You can still do that. But Spirit's telling me that you got to make a choice. You got to pick one. And I know that you have more than one thing that you want to do. I know that. But Source says pick one for now and then move on to the next one. Okay? Education. Spirit's talking to me about education. It can't hurt. You can get some pretty decent courses online for fair prices, if that's your thing. Join a club that focuses on what... Pardon me. I guess we're taking those two. Join a club that focuses on what it is you're interested in. Because you may not know exactly. I think you know more than you think you do, but you may not know exactly how things work with these projects that you want to get going on. So now we have the Empress in Judgment. Empress. Judgment. This one popped out first. This karma, okay, the karma. Yeah, Saturn. Saturn is still in retrograde, is going to be in retrograde until November 15th, okay? So whatever you deserve is coming to you. And again, you may not see it, but it is coming to you, and there's little hints here and there. So once you know, once you're able to notice those little things to be grateful for, because gratitude is a huge part of manifesting. This is where you come into your Empress energy. The Empress is the embodiment of all the queens. And she's very balanced. That's the word. Thank you, Spirit. She's balanced. And I feel like you're way more balanced than you were. Again, you're going to have stuff you got to work on, but I feel like you're coming into that balance and embracing more aspects of yourself, because humans are multi-layered. So you're seeing things in yourself, and some you like and some you don't. Embrace them all. We all have a shadow side and a light side. The goal is to merge those two things together. And again, embrace all of it. So you're doing fine. Spirit says to tell you you're doing fine. You're doing great. They're throwing parties, clapping their hands, because you've come a long way. Okay? You've come a long way. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. Loss of pleasure. Okay, so there are some things that you've been wanting to do, that you're interested in doing, or that you have been doing, that you're losing your oomph. You're just not with it anymore. You're not that interested in it anymore. And I feel I'm getting this energy of you're trying to figure out if it's just because you've been in a bit of a dark place, or if it's because you actually don't want to do it anymore. The only way to find out which thing is the reason for your lack of oomph is to allow yourself to feel that lack of oomph. And don't try to push anything, try to make anything happen. Allow spirit, allow your spirit guides to guide you. They're there. They're always there. You're never alone. They're always with you. And again, sometimes they'll make something happen for you, resituate something for you, because they're sick and tired of watching you go through the same crap over and over. Stuff that you go through it, you get through it, you let it go, and then fear of taking the next step forward causes you to move back, to literally backtrack back into the same thought patterns, the same situations, hanging around the same people. So Spirit is telling you that you're supported and there's no need to be afraid. And even that's a human emotion too, fear. But this ascension that we're experiencing, this spiritual awakening, this mass spiritual awakening that we're experiencing, is happening because we're learning to let go of fear. If we were still hanging on to the fear, we wouldn't be experiencing a reawakening to ourselves as spiritual beings. And it's normal to feel some fear. I'm not saying you're never going to feel fear again. Of course you are. You're a human being. But that's another one of those things you have to embrace. Embrace your fear. And I guarantee you, the minute that you embrace your fear, and because when you do that, you're allowing it. You're allowing yourself to be a human being feeling human emotions. This ascension isn't about lack of humanity, or lack of being human, or lack of emotion. Oh, gee, I shouldn't feel like this. I shouldn't feel like that. You should feel any way you feel. Again, you're a human being. it isn't about the lack of those feelings that feel awful. It's about knowing instinctually through experience how to move through those feelings and step up to the plate anyway. Again, what have you got to lose? Nothing. You got nothing to lose. You are protected. My favorite humans. And we have the Princess of Cups. Another deck, she would be the Page of Cups. Yeah. So that's a message. I think I mentioned opportunities. Spirit was talking about that. Yeah, so there are and this isn't for everyone, so take what you need and leave the rest. But some of you you'll be offered opportunities. And Spirit is very adamant that you look into those opportunities. Don't let fear stop you from looking into them. I mean, we can choose to do whatever we want to. But Spirit is suggesting that you look into these opportunities. You don't have to say yes or no right now. And if you're presented with an opportunity and they say, well, we need an answer in the next 2 days, that's not for you. Because that's micromanaging you. And you don't want to deal with people like that. I think we're all having enough trouble trying to not micromanage ourselves, let alone allowing someone else to do that. So that's a fear tactic as well. Well, if you don't take this now, it's off the table. Okay, saw you. Hard left, baby. Have a nice day. Just saying. All right, let's see what else we got here, peoples. Well, Spirit wants 3 of those. Meaning tarots. All right, so yeah, there's an indecision right there. The 7 of Cups. It says, let me show you first. Daydreams, illusions, choices, fantasy, loss of control, escapism, promises unfulfilled. It's not any better when you flip it around. It's not any better. It's worse. So daydreams, illusions, choices, fantasy, loss of control, escapism, promises unfulfilled. Yes, I mean, everyone on the planet has had people let them down. But I feel like I'm talking to a group of people that this has happened over and over and over and over, possibly since childhood. On a soul level, some of us chose to be born into situations or families, places where maybe we were the outcast, we were the black sheep, we didn't think like everybody else did, we were told our feelings didn't matter, we didn't have any of those didn't exist. I am never going to tell you that you put yourself in that situation to be a strong person. If you're still breathing, you're a strong person. It's not about strength. Those situations were not about you being a strong person. Those situations were a catalyst, because you are a badass at change. You know how to promote change. Even the fixed signs that have been through a bunch of crap in their lives where they were betrayed over and over and over, controlled over and over and over, around toxic people all the time. Even fixed signs who've experienced that know how to promote change. Even though we don't like it. We don't like us fixed signs. We don't like that. But we promote it anyway. Because, again, on a soul level, we know that it's for the betterment of humanity, or the betterment of the planet. So, then we got the High Priestess. We're going to take the Devil first, because you're coming out of that energy right there. In case you've never seen one of my videos, YouTube is very particular about naked people. So I have to cover up the naked people on my cards. So we have the devil. You are only limited by what you believe is possible. Bondage, materialism, obsession, change, shadow self, repression, powerlessness. You're pulling out of this. Again, there's some residual situations and thought patterns that are keeping you bound. But you're coming out of it. You see? You're coming out of this. You're seeing things for what they are. You've got more clarity. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is intuitive. This is Spirit telling you, suggesting to you to go with those intuitions. As was already mentioned, go with those intuitions. They're right. Also Spirit's suggesting, stop telling people everything you want to do. Please. I know you're excited. I do the same thing sometimes. I have to catch myself. When you tell other people what you want to do, it takes the power away from your goals and your future achievements, because everyone does not have your best interest at heart. It could be, that includes people that you get along with. No one wants to see another person change because it will change something for them too. Everybody's not on board the ascension train. Everyone does not want their loved ones and family members to change, because then they are going to have to experience change. Because that butterfly effect, that ripple effect, when you change, you put that energy out all around you, and it affects everybody. Everybody on the planet. At some point, it hits everybody on the planet. It just gains momentum because people unconsciously, mostly, see the changes that you've made, and it affects them in such a positive way, and they're inspired. So that ripple effect, that butterfly effect, the momentum increases just from you, just from one person. Yeah, baby. Kicking ass and taking names. All right, what does the High Priestess say? She says, trust your own counsel first, your intuition. Change, fluctuation, wisdom, sound judgment, common sense, awareness. And then it says intuition again. Let's see what's on the bottom of our decks. We have the Knight of Swords, clarity. Knights complete a task. That's what they're for. They complete a task for the king and the queen, for the kingdom. This is you. You have your clarity. Now you can move forward. And he's not wasting any time either. The Knight of Swords is one of the fastest moving, other than the Knight of rods, staves, sticks. All right, then we have, on the bottom of this one, we have the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. There's those seeds you planted right there. This is your future. If you follow that intuition. And if you're not sure which thing you want to do, ask Spirit. Meditate. All you have to do is quiet your mind. That's all meditation is. Quiet your mind. Pay attention to your thoughts, because those thoughts are, most of the time, your thoughts are actually Spirit talking to you. Once you get the clutter out of there. Oh, I got to do this today and I got to do that. Once you can get rid of that stuff, the thoughts that come to you are Spirit talking to you and giving you your answers. And ask for straightforward, understandable answers, and you get them. Because Spirit does seem to like to give hints. And sometimes I have to say, look, could you just spill the beans and be forthright and forthcoming with information that I can actually understand without making me sift through stuff? And most of the time they'll do that for you. Just a straightforward answer. That's all you're looking for. And you're allowed to ask for that. My guides and angels are sarcastic. Because I'm sarcastic. That's why we get along so well. So they think it's cute when they give me these obscure answers. And sometimes I giggle And other times I'm like, okay, that was hilarious. Now could we just move on? Can I have the answer, please? And I get the answer. Again, just got to be open and aware of what's going on around me. A lot of the time I will get my answers. They'll speak to me, sometimes audibly, or sometimes it'll be a thought that just crosses my mind that isn't mine and came out of the blue. Pay attention to those. Those are pertinent thoughts. That's your intuition. Intuition is a co-creation between us, our guides, and source. The only thoughts that are ours originally are the thoughts that other people have put in our heads. Think about that one for a minute, folks. And on the bottom of this one, well, that's not looking very good. Ruin. I don't feel like that's about you. I think that's about the karma, the Saturn in retrograde. Remember, we talked about that. The Saturn, it's my favorite planet. Saturn causing karma. So if you've done good things, for the most part, you're going to get good things. But if someone has done you dirty, and I don't wish bad karma on anyone. I really hate the word good and bad, but just to be understandable. If someone's done you dirty, then their karma is pretty much them having to live with themselves. Because you've walked away. And you walked away without being vindictive. That's for some of you. On the bottom of the, oh, well, that's beautiful. It's perfect. The world. Okay. Everything you have worked for is coming together. Where's our Page of Pentacles? I'm sorry, our Nine of Pentacles. Sorry about that. Nine of Pentacles. Everything you have worked for is coming together. Accomplishment, success, completion, synthesis, perfection, recognition, mastery. I love that word, synthesis. Yes, I do. All right, let's get some oracles, you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment. That would be beautiful. Beautiful. Especially the comments. That would be great. Anything. An emoji. Anything. We'll take whatever you got. All right, traveling lightly. So that's, yeah, just reiteration. You've dumped a bunch of stuff. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. This is what you've been doing by letting go of all the, I call it bad juju. Letting go of the people, places, and things that don't serve anymore. That aren't working for you, that make you feel bad, that make you feel awful. Some of that's why, for some of you, that is part of the reason you've lost your oomph. You're allowing, and I'm not being accusatory, but your spirit says for me to tell you that you're allowing other people's opinions to affect you. Listen, their opinion doesn't mean anything. Your opinion is what matters for you, nobody else's. They don't, honestly, the way I feel, they don't get to have an opinion about your life or what you're doing. That's why Spirit was saying, don't tell people what you want to do. Don't tell people anything, even if it starts to bear fruit, even if you're now seeing your manifestations bearing fruit. Don't say anything until it's, so to speak, on paper. And that could actually be concerning the opportunities that some of you will be receiving. The offers that some of you will be receiving. Some of you, that's going to be a marriage offer. I may pull a love card. I'm not sure yet. All right, what do we have here? This is a new oracle, Tree Keeper's Oracle. It's very busy. The artwork is very busy. And trees were the guardians of the forest, guardians to doorways to other dimensions. Love me some trees, you guys. Love me some trees. So we have Keeper of Creativity. Well, that's perfect, too. You know what you're doing. This is coming from Spirit. You know what you're doing, and you've been questioning, or even right out loud saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have anything to offer. Came out of my mouth 2 days ago. And when you put that out there, it becomes true. You know exactly what you're doing. You're the keeper of creativity. We have to use our creativity in every single thing we do. Every single thing we do. We're using our creativity in one form or another. You got this. You know what you're doing. Stop doubting yourself. All right, now we're going to pick an angel guidance oracle card. This one wants to come out. Heart chakra. Yeah, that makes sense. Heart chakra. In order for this to work, the throat chakra to work properly, this has to be worked on. You got trust issues, and rightly so. The thing is, the more you stop depending on other people to fulfill something, some need in you, and start depending on yourself, the more you're able to trust yourself. It's just like loving somebody else. You truly have to love yourself before you can love somebody else properly. Open that heart chakra to you. Opening it to other people will follow when it's time and when you're ready. And this isn't a race, you guys. Okay? But you got to open this in order for this to work, because a lot of you need this, your throat chakra open, in order to do these creative things that you want to do. Okay. It says, love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart, as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. I'll show you that one again. I'm going to read it again too. I need my flashlight this time. My flashlight. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart, as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. All right, let's pick a few words out of the word jar and then we'll be done. These are usually just reiterations of what's already been talked about. Moon. So we had our super full moon. Was that the 21st or 22nd? It was also a partial eclipse. A lot of things were brought to light, and that's just a reiteration of what we talked about things coming to you, things coming to your awareness. Thank you, Spirit. Things coming to your awareness, the blindfolds being taken off. Okay. Very nice. Thank you, Spirit. A couple more. Giving up. Don't give up. Where do we have that? Loss of pleasure. Don't give up. You keep moving forward, even if it's a teeny tiny, itty bitty little step at a time, just to prove to yourself that you can do this. There's so many of you, I'm just picking that up so hard. So many of you are questioning yourselves and your abilities. The truth is, if you didn't have the abilities for what you wanted to do, for these endeavors that you have, Spirit wouldn't allow you to move forward at all. You would feel heavy, is the word. Thank you, Spirit. If you weren't supposed to be doing these things that you want to do, you would feel heavy in your heart, in your body, in your mind. So, You are meant to do these things. So I know you're going to question yourself. We all do. But you don't have to question yourself right now. Something hidden. Yeah, we just talked about that too. So Spirit's just giving us more reiteration on things that are hidden. You know, thank you, Spirit. This is for some of you. Someone's hiding something. A human being that you trust is hiding something from you. And Spirit is telling me that you've had little hints that this person was hiding stuff from you. You're not incorrect. That's your intuition. Follow that. Do whatever you need to do to take the steps to move away from that person. Because the truth of what they've done is either come to light for you or it is coming to light for you very soon. This is the weekly reading this week, this coming week, okay? You got this. Again, I know it's painful to let go of people you care about, and it's painful to be betrayed. But you've got this. You are supported. Spirit loves you. You're supported. All right, folks. Thank you so much for showing up. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and leave me an emoji or a comment or something. That would be great. It would help their channel to grow. Sending you much love and many blessings.